How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Today's video, we gonna be learning how to get fired again. Is y'all tired of me making these videos? Because I swear I'm tired of making them. I really don't want to make a long video out of this. Kind of just want to explain the piece, explain the perspective, get the hell on out of here. To make a long story short though, I have to give you all of the backstory for the people that don't know me. Hi, my name is Joe. I'm a tattoo artist. And recently I was working in Clarksville at another tattoo shop after getting fired again. Probably should make a video explaining like all the times that I got fired, but today is just the most recent one. So sit back, relax, grab you something to smoke on or eat on, and listen to this story. Okay, I've been working in a shop called White Wall for about 6 months now, right? I had gotten the job because after getting fired from my other shop, I went there and explained to Ian, one of my best friends in Clarksville, who also is a tattoo artist. Well, I explained the situation to him, and he's like, oh man, that's all fucked up, this, that, and the third. Talks to his two bosses, Ben and Shayla, and they end up getting me a job there at White Wall. Ben and Shayla own the place, all right? Ian just worked there. But shout out Ian, shout out Ben and Shayla. Now, before I kick this off, I want to go ahead and give some perspective, all right? I really only know Ian. I'm from Kentucky. When I first got to Clarksville, Ian was the first person that I met, and we kind of just held on, you know? So I love Ian. When I get to that shop and I start doing tattoos and stuff, I really talk to Ian a lot. Not saying that I don't talk to anybody else or whatever, but most of my, I'd say like communicative focus is on Ian. That's my guy. He's the only guy that I really know here like that, you know? The rest of us, we'll talk and chit chat back and forth or whatever. I'm not ever being rude, you know, but just I talk with Ian like we're friends because we're friends. But there's Ben, Shayla, Josh, me and Ian, and then there was this other girl, Faith. However, Faith got pregnant, had to leave on maternity leave, so I was in her booth, which is the reason why, if you do know me, why my booth and chair and setup was pink, because it was Faith's. Anyway, I'm rocking out doing fucking crazy tattoos for the past couple months, bro. We're all fucking vibing and hanging out together, going to conventions together, all of that jazz. And everything's going smooth up until about 2 weeks ago when like the energy in the shop just like changes suddenly. The guys are kind of turning their back on me, going to smoke outside without me and stuff like that, which I pay no attention to. You know, I'm kind of in my own head. Sometimes I'm really only talking to Ian, so I only really notice when Ian goes outside, you know, and most of the time I'm sitting there watching YouTube, if not tattooing, you know, with my headphones on. So it doesn't really bring me too much of a feeling. I pay it no mind. Whatever of it, you know, until somebody says something to me, I kind of think it's something that they got going on amongst themselves, you know, so I pay it no mind. We're going to fast forward a week where my car breaks down and I had to text my boss, hey man, my car's messed up, this, that, and the third. I probably won't be into work because, you know, this is my daily driver. This is my only way to make it up there to Clarksville, right? Before I go on, what would your boss say to you? You know, probably be like, oh man, this, that, and the third. Or just holler at me whenever you can get up here, right? Right? Or maybe your boss is a mean guy and he's like, man, fuck you in that car. You know, like my boss says, yeah, that sounds a lot like a you problem. And I don't know, maybe it's just his sense of humor, or maybe it's just like the way he feels so comfy with me that he can talk to me like that. But I was just kind of taken back by it. And keep in mind, this is the last conversation I have with my boss before whatever. I go ahead and go through all the trouble of trying to get my car fixed, paying all that extra bullshit, the car fixed. Right? Everything's all good and kosher. So I push up to Clarksville, I go to work or whatever, and I was supposed to be doing this girl's tattoo, however, she bailed on me. So when I get into work, I start setting up a booth in this, that, and the third. And my boss says, do you have anybody coming in today? And I say, nah, man, the girl that I was supposed to be doing today, she bailed. So I'll probably just sit here and see if I can catch a walk-in or something like that. My boss says, come on outside with me for a second. So I go, follow him outside the door. Keep in mind, Ian's not here today. That has nothing to do with it, but everybody's energy for the past 2 weeks has been really weird, especially when like I enter the room, people go quiet, people go silent, this, that, and the third. So as he's taking me outside, I kind of already assume what's going on, but I'm like, it probably can't be that. Just wants to tell me something else, right? Nope, it's that. Soon as I get outside, as soon as the door closes or whatever, he's like, yeah, man, we're just going to go ahead and let you go. He's like, we think you're a really good guy. We think you got a great personality. You're a great, solid tattoo artist or whatever, but just not really fitting in. Kind of just want to let you go. There's two reasons really that he wants to let me go, right? One reason, like I said, is just not fitting in. The vibe's not really there with me, but I'm a really good guy, right? And the second reason is because of the paperwork thing. I don't know if I've explained the paperwork thing or not, but if not, here's what it is. When you come in as the client, you have to fill out some paperwork, right? And on that paperwork, you have to fill out your initials and your name or whatever. The only part on that I'm supposed to fill out is what tattoo you're getting and where on your body it's going. Sometimes I'm not doing this to be insubordinate, obviously. What the fuck? Sometimes when it's multiple tattoos and this, that, and the third, I may do your paperwork, but I'll forget to do all of her paperwork. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. You know, sometimes it just happens like that. And he says, yeah, man, the paperwork is super fucking important. So we need you to be filling out the paperwork and this, that, and the third. Seem you've been slacking on the paperwork, so we got to let you go. And I'm saying to him, okay, well, can I at least ask a couple questions then? Like, I'm pretty sure this is a unanimous decision amongst the shop, even within. But I'm going to go ahead and ask the question, or I'm going to go ahead and see if I can ask questions. And he's like, yeah, man, yeah, sure. I was like, okay, cool. You say that I'm a great guy, great personality, this, that, and the third, but the vibe just isn't there. If I'm a great guy, great personality or whatever, why couldn't you just talk to me about whatever issues you're having with me? Because I'm going to be honest with you, the great guy thing isn't just a facade. I'm over here watching YouTube, hanging out while living my best life. I'm hanging out. I've noticed there's weird stuff going on in the shop, but have I paid it any mind or have I tried to like start adding to that energy? No, I'm over here watching YouTube, watching people fuck with cars and stuff. I don't care. I'm actually a great guy. I don't care about your bullshit. And second, the paperwork thing. Dude, if you talk to me about the paperwork thing, I will listen to you. I grew up with a black mom, which means that if she says it one time, she doesn't want to say it again. I can imagine the rules are the same here. And I understand you're not my mom. However, if it means so much to you, why don't you just say it again? You know, especially knowing that I'm not a bad guy. You know, it's not like I'm going to turn tables over, this, that, and the third, flip shit because you told me to do the paperwork. Like, I'll just do the paperwork, especially if it means that much to you, friend. As I'm explaining all this, or I guess as I'm debating all this or whatever, he's agreeing with me. And then he lets out of his mouth, yeah, man, I just don't feel comfortable with you here. Oh, what? Brother. I sure hope this isn't like one of the last situations that I have. What do you mean you don't feel comfortable with me here, dude? You mean to tell me little 5'8" old me has this military man shaking in his boots in my pink booth with the way that I talk to people? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly? Why don't you feel comfortable? Like, he wouldn't even answer that question. Well, what am I doing that's not making you feel comfortable, you know? Well, I can probably change it if you let me know. I can't read your mind. I don't know. I just don't feel too comfortable around you. Well, if anybody in this shop should be feeling uncomfortable, it should be me, man. Here I've been here for 6 months with no cards with white wall name on them, while everybody has their cards up here on the fucking shop or on the fucking counter. I had to go buy and make my own fucking cards just to hand out. Second, you guys didn't post me on your Instagram. You posted me one time when I first got there, and that was it. And I've been doing badass work. That's what the boss of the shop is supposed to do. I mean, you were definitely comfortable while you were making those black jokes, you know? Don't get me wrong. It's a tattoo shop. We joke about literally everybody and everything, you know? But I will say this, and this is the same thing that I said to him during the debate. Imagine you're an Asian guy, the only Asian guy in your office, and the first 4 Asian jokes, super fucking funny. I'm like, wow, those well thought out. But by the 18th Asian joke, you're like, damn, are you guys thinking of these things when I'm not around, you know? And that's kind of what the vibe was. I'm explaining this to him. That's kind of what the vibe was here in this damn shop. Like, I love a good black joke. I love a good joke, period, bro. But it's like, damn, bro, the 18th joke, I'm starting to feel like I'm the butt of the joke, and you guys are kind of joking about me and my life and my people. That's just what it feels like. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm not saying you are this thing. I'm telling you that's what it feels like. And as a friend, if a friend told me, hey, you make me feel like shit when you do this, I would just stop doing that as a friend. Or fuck it, explain perspective. Like, hell, where are you meaning it when you're saying it? What's your intent? None of that. I got none of that from him. I'm explaining all this stuff to him, and he's like, oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. So pretty much all this is going in one ear and out the other, you know? Just still dead set on firing me when it's like, bro, what the fuck? I'm letting you know I'm not a bad guy, plus I'm not a bad guy. Just had to get my drive shaft fixed. 5-year-old fucking son, dude, you know, explaining all this stuff to him, and he's just like, yeah, man. Oh no, that sucks. In my head, all of this stuff, the vibe and the paperwork are stuff that could be brought up before it's worth terminating over. You know what I mean? Like, if we're on a friendship level, then I don't see why we couldn't come talk to each other as friends and be like, hey man, I need more work here, there, and this, that, and the third. And I'm not going to say that he didn't say anything about the paperwork. And I'm also not going to say that I didn't do anything about the paperwork. To bring up again, I have a black mom. You tell me once, I'll start working on it, you know? However, I do have boy brain or whatever. It just because you told me doesn't mean it's never going to happen again. It just doesn't mean that if it happens again, it's not on purpose. You know what I mean? It happened. Like, your boy just forgot. The hell? Remind me again. How hard is that? Is it worth firing over? And I start thinking to myself, who are people that just don't deserve any sympathy or empathy in these type of scenarios? Like, I would probably throw empathy to my friend and be like, hey man, I just need this, that, and the third from you. If it's somebody that I already just don't like, I'm gonna be like, hey man, this is a reason to let you go. You know, at least I got a reason. Plausible deniability. Which makes me start thinking, bro, what the hell could I have done? Why the hell don't you fucking like me? It's nothing that I've done personally to you. What the fuck? It gives me this fucking anxiety or whatever that I already had coming into the shop because I got fired for no reason. So I'm on eggshells, not trying to talk too much, not trying to do too much. So that way I don't get fired for no reason. Just to get fired for no reason. If I was a weaker person mentally or whatever, this would fuck me up. Like, I understand women that say I don't want to get into relationships nowadays or whatever. I dead ass understand you women. Here go these grown ass men who don't have themselves put together, who have issues with you that they won't say to you, and it's your fault. What? Huh? How do I have a problem with you and that's your fault? Insecure much? So long story short, I'm still going to be tattooing, just probably not at Whitewall. I'm probably just going to block everybody from that shop. It's probably a childish decision to make or whatever, but then again, so it's firing me. Like, I've been a really good guy for a long time, and for no reason at all, people would just throw the narrative of a bad guy on my name or on me. And as soon as I debate that or whatever, these fuckers agree with it. No, you're a good guy. I just want you to be a bad guy. It's so fucking weird. But that's not my issue to deal with, you know? When it comes to accountability, type person, I'll take accountability. When it comes to the paperwork, man, I'm pretty sure if I would have just kept on, you know, with the paperwork, then I probably wouldn't be in this position. However, if I may speak, it's paperwork. You know what I mean? Like, it's a small description of the tattoo. At one point, they even said it doesn't even matter what you put. You could just put cross on every single description, and that will fly. So if it doesn't matter, then why does it matter? Mom always said, man, as a black man, you have to be the best person in the room. And I've always wanted to be the best tattoo artist in the room. I feel like that's probably what got me kicked out or got me not liked, if anything. I just keep progressing. I keep doing badass tattoos and I keep showing up. So that part's not going to stop, just probably not going to be at fucking Whitewall. I would love to say that, like, I'm the bigger man and be like, oh man, shout out those guys, this, that, and the third. Fuck that. Fuck those guys, man. What'd you fire me for? I wish them all the best. I'm not a hater, you know, I don't wish them bad luck or anything like that, but it's like, fuck you. What'd you do that for, bro? Asshole. But can't dwell on that for too long or whatever. That's not how you become the best fucking tattoo artist. You fucking keep hunkering down, keep working on yourself, and keep going fucking up, progressing. Beep, 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 beep. If I ever met somebody like me, I would want to be around them. I would always want to be on the winning team. I'm not going to hate. Hate don't get you nowhere. Hate don't never get you nowhere. It's some bullshit though. So I probably, moving forward, just won't have no friends in the industry. It'll probably just be me dolo. You feel me? I'll have acquaintances and people that I'm friendly with, but it just seems I'm a Cancer. I love hard. I love deeply. All right. I be feeling betrayed in moments like this, you know? So to keep that from happening, I'll probably just keep it solely dolly. Love y'all though. But yeah, that's what I've been going through. What you been up to? I'm gonna keep doing tattoos and some more stuff. So if you need a tattoo, if I'm in your local area, if you want to get a tattoo done by Joey, just hit me up here. You feel me? It's the easiest way to get a hold of me. And I answer somewhat fast, unless I'm making one of these videos or getting fired. Seems to be a common occurrence. Guys, until next time, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this down in the fucking comments. Do you believe you would have got fired? No. I would say share this one with your friends. Don't share this one with your friends. This one is between me and you. Just telling you what the fuck going on. Cool little update. My fault. That's pretty much the end of it. And until next time, boom.